shoot, I said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings. Welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. Now, if you got a chance to see me on the TSWS podcast today with a Ham Solo and the team, thank you. We had a great time. We had great conversations. We were talking about everything in the industry as far as AI and Cyberpunk and all the stuff that we're going to talk about today, even down to Donkey Kong Bananza. So we're going to talk about that stuff today. And listen, I appreciate you showing up here. So if you love Xbox, well, you met your new best friend. And I just want you to tune in, get ready, because we're going to make it happen. And if you like to see me streaming games, you can go to Frontline Gaming Streams, where King streams the games all day, every day. You get a chance to see me playing Demon Slayer or a Death Stranding Director's Cut, or Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is next season, and it's an incredible romp. So let's get into these topics and let's make it happen. Where Xbox is set to have one of the largest shows ever at Germany's Gamescom, PlayStation announces they're going to skip the Gamescom show for a 6th year in a row. I think that's kind of disrespectful, being that they actually control the market and then they don't see that it's necessary for them to even market to people that already own the device. I think that's where you're supposed to market the heaviest, to show your appreciation. But we're not in an appreciation business. We're in a business where thank you, good, and keep it moving. And I understand it's transactional, right? They deliver the product, you like the product, you buy the product, you use the product, and you move on. But it becomes a point where you have to give back to that community that help you get to that lofty place. And for Microsoft to have one of their largest booths, their largest presence in Gamescom's Microsoft and Xbox history, I think that PlayStation is actually just running from the smoke, to be honest with you. I don't think that they feel like they can produce products that are worthy to stand up to the challenge that Xbox and Microsoft will be bringing to this Gamescom. With only one title out this year, and that's Ghost of Yode, well, then what do they have to offer and show the people at the floor? I do believe that Ghost of Yode will be showing better at the Tokyo Game Show, where Sony will be in attendance at the Tokyo Game Show. Shout out to Sony, see you there. But me personally, I think this is an absolute miss. But maybe this is a bigger problem. Maybe the bigger problem is Sony doesn't have anything to show at all. And going to Gamescom will expose that, where Nintendo is showing you the most, Microsoft is showing you the most, and other companies are showing you, like Capcom and all these other companies are actually showing you software that is for your hardware. PlayStation doesn't have anything to show other than we sold 80 million. You sold 80 million, but you're still not delivering on the promise of delivering games. I think that's a problem in itself. Now, this is the part in the video where I'm going to actually act smarter than I actually am, right? Okay, Nvidia's neural texture compression combined with Microsoft DirectX cooperative vector reportedly reduces GPU VRAM consumption by up to 90%. I've just read you a title that I know absolutely nothing about, right? Again, the demo rendering test shows that NVIDIA's NTC could bring the massive performance improvement with DirectX Ray Tracing 1.2. Again, I'm telling you right now stuff that I have no idea about, but I'm bringing you this information based off of something that is going to be transformative in the industry going forward, with Microsoft actually getting residuals from Nvidia, AMD, and Intel. But all right, so this is what this tech can do, right? Or this software. Again, if I'm using the wrong verbiage, don't be upset with me. I'm not well versed in this at all, but this is something that came across, and maybe that it might resonate with somebody here. Based on what we know, NVIDIA's neural tech compression, which uses neural networks to compress and decompress game textures, allow a reduction in size and minimal impact to quality. All right, so the compression technology and the decompression technology is what I gather from this so far. Apart from this, one of the key quantities of the Microsoft DXR 1.2 update is the inclusion of cooperative vectors, which is a method to allow GPU shaders to work together on a small matrix of vector operations. Now, when you combine NTC and cooperative vectors, you get a compression-decompression mechanism that runs efficiently within a standard game shaders, Viva DirectX 12, which has reduced VRAM usage. So this allows you to utilize less VRAM. The user testing reveals that by enabling cooperative vectors and NTC together under default mode, the textures renders at 2,350 frames per second. However, when you disable it completely, DP4A, the rendering performance drops to 1,030 frames per second, marking the almost at 80% difference. The VRAM capacities have been seen to have seen a massive difference, and interestingly, NTC is limited to NVIDIA's GPUs right now, since Intel and AMD alternates don't have their neural rendering kits refined up until now, but soon that is going to change. It's important to note that NTC is currently accessible with the newest 5090.26 preview drivers, which also bring NVIDIA's smooth motion technology, but experimenting with such drivers would cause performance disruptors. When you combine these refinements, and the next generation GPUs will certainly have much more profound impact on performance and software capabilities. Now, for those people that definitely have an NVIDIA GPU, this is a boon for you. For those people that have Intel and AMD, those drivers aren't up and running yet, but Microsoft working with NVIDIA to bring this technology forward to allow better frame rates, to reduce VRAM usage. I think that's an incredible idea. It might boon for us going forward, especially when you consider where Xbox is going, where it's Xbox PC Central. This stuff works well with what we're looking for as far as gamers. I mean, less VRAM usage only helps developers utilize better texture quality. Great. Oh, you're going to start putting some respect on my name. I'm 98% right. Mr. 98% right all the time. The 200 King staff laid off at Xbox will be replaced by AI, and internal memo reveals. Remember when I told you AI was doing the replacements, and a lot of people were saying, nah, it was inefficient, whatever. Listen. They trained this AI, and then it came and it replaced them. An internal memo sent to the staff, it has been announced that 200 developers who were laid off from King/Xbox earlier this month will be replaced with AI. The internal memo provided by Mobile Gamer Biz addressed the question of why people at the company were laid off. The email reads, "Why is this happening? The industry is changing fast and our business has not been growing. When that happens, we must not only look outward as competitors in the market, but we must also look inward. As we talked about before, we are making several changes to get the business back on growth. Unlocking many more AI tools is one recent example. Investing more in marketing this year is another. We're fortunate to have many talented individuals at King, but we also have a collective problem. The size and structure of the company often makes it difficult to get things done. So we plan simply the organization, fewer layers, fewer overlapping remnants, fewer hours spent on alignment, fewer people in meetings, fewer stakeholders for every project. Many leaders across King have been asked to resign their organizations to be smaller overall, and this will redesign their organizations to be smaller overall. there will be some new roles created in these redesigns and some rebalancing of headcount across King, but overall King will be smaller as a company. Mobile Gamer continues to say the staff will be let go and will be replaced by AI tools they built and trained. These employees include level designers and copywriters. I told you. So don't tell me that I'm sitting here, I'm bugging, and I don't see exactly where everything is going. Don't tell me I'm not actually working for the good of the people, to keep you informed, to keep you abreast, to keep you to understand where we are as an industry. I've been the only canary in the coal mine screaming this stuff while everybody's been championing these things and talking about how it's a great thing. It's an absolute bad thing in this industry, especially when the whole factor of cutting costs due to human limitations and AI innovations is only at the benefit of the company and is not at the benefit of the workers at all. When Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, can casually leave statements like this and in jest make it seem like we're drones, consumers, just to be led and actually have no minds of our own. This is exactly what they think about and care about when it comes to AI and what AGI would mean to us as consumers.
I kind of genuinely believe that we can launch the first AGI and no one cares that much.
People in tech care and philosophers care. Those are the two groups I've heard react consistently.
And even then, they care, but like 20 minutes later, they're thinking about what they're going to have for dinner that night.
Again, me talking about it is not enough. Me showing you verifiable proof to indicate exactly where the industry is going, and the fact that these job cuts is based off of AI taking people jobs and not giving them back. And that's not going to change anytime soon. Microsoft saved over $500 million using AI after slashing over 15,000 jobs in 2025. While AI may not be a direct cause of Microsoft's recent layoffs, it's already delivering impressive productivity gains, saving $500 million in a call center alone last year. In a surprising turn of events, Microsoft Chief Commercial Operator Justin Athroff recently announced that the company saved approximately $500 million by using AI across all its call centers. While this boosts AI capabilities as productivity across key areas, including sales, customer service, and software engineering, the announcement has received backlash, especially following the recent layoffs and the impact of 9,000 people, which translated to 4% of the company's entire workforce. That's the global workforce. That's the GWF. This brings the total number of layoffs across Microsoft since the year began to approximately 15,300. Microsoft saved over $500 million using AI tools across its operations. I want y'all to let that sink in. I want y'all to understand what's happening. You know, people want to say it's an Xbox thing. It's not an Xbox thing. It's an industry-wide thing. The only reason why we are privy to this information is because we care about Xbox and we care about video games. PlayStation guys, you're getting this information based off the fact that you hate Xbox and we're in a console warring type of situation. But had that not been the case, had this been some isolated situation, had this been Uber, you don't care. You don't give a damn. You don't care that Uber workers are being displaced because of AI. This is what it's happening. So it has to happen to you in order for you to understand what's truly going on. I've been telling you this, man. You guys don't really see it. And at this moment, I think it's a little too late. Better late than never is often what you hear from the unprepared. And I got to say that I can't ish on Cyberpunk 2077 in the sense that everybody would want me to. Now, I believe that these innovations are wholly due because of the Switch 2. I believe that the Switch 2 allows for this to be a thing because they had to refine and get to the metal of the Switch 2. And I think they saw innovations in that, making those things possible on that device, skewing to a lower device. We're able to get greater benefits throughout the other console versions. And probably those were hot fixes and quality of life things that they were able to do as far as the VRR and all that other stuff, and to fix the HDR and the auto driving and everything with Cyberpunk. But if you haven't played Cyberpunk 2077, and you can get it on a discount, you can get the whole bundle package, and I think it's a wonderful game at the moment. When it initially launched, I don't think so. I believe that any game that forces Sony to close that down from its store, to remove it from its store, is ultimately a bust. And, you know, mind's eye comes to note very recently with that game, but Cyberpunk wasn't in that state, but Cyberpunk was in a bad state. So with Cyberpunk, understanding that that franchise actually holds weight with edge runners and other stuff like that, I think Cyberpunk understands, and developers at CD Projekt Red understands what the worth is with them and what it means for the franchise going forward with this franchise and the Witcher franchise. So definitely smart move by them for fixing stuff up. If your PlayStation had, and I really understand, you know, if you couldn't get your hands on one of these 30th anniversary edition controllers, panels, consoles, and accessories. I've always told you that they overproduced it and they produce fake FOMO in order to get people to run out and purchase, and they're going to keep trickling it out to everybody. But that's the console of how I looked at the console. This grayish look, the old school feel to it. So this stuff is still available. It's going to be available. And it is going to release on, the pre-order start July 21st for the PlayStation Plus subscribers, and the 23rd for the general public. Sony said it hasn't said if it will restock or extend to other online marketplaces like Amazon or Best Buy. So, you know, you order directly from PlayStation. They've been trying to get people to order directly from them. I ordered like my consoles and stuff like that directly from them. So I think you're able to get the PlayStation Store in the UK and Canada will also have restocks of the 30th anniversary limited edition PlayStation console and the Portal as well, if you're looking for that. It's based off of the classic PlayStation 1 hardware design color scheme. If that's something that you're interested in, you have to be a member of that. But again, I told you this was fake FOMO, and they will trickle it out in order to make it seem like stock is being sold. It's cool. That's marketing tactic. That's what you're supposed to do. As everybody's getting ready for Donkey Kong Bananza, Nintendo Switch 2 and the Switch update 20.2.0 is out now. Patch notes include fix on issues where the parental control settings was not transferred to Nintendo Switch 2, fix on the issues where you could not proceed past search for networks, general system stability, and improvement enhance the player user experience. Again, very minor stuff in anticipation for Donkey Kong. So let's get to it, bros. Tomorrow is the day. Okay, so if you're in the market for a Switch 2 Pro controller, well, 8-Bit Do's Pro Controller 3 boasts magnetics ABXY buttons and a charging dock. Now, this looks incredible. I mean, the price point is $69.95 and $99, and that ability to swap out those ABXY buttons, if you're so keen to remap the input for certain titles, then it should prove pretty useful for you, right? So here's what it looks like. This looks crazy. Now this is the overall features of the Pro 3. TMR joystick, extra bumpers, R4, L4, 2 Pro back paddle buttons, trigger mode switch, Hall effect triggers, textile D-pad, swappable magnetic ABXY buttons, 6-axis motion control for Switch and Steam only games, turbo function vibrations and support of 8-bit dual ultimate software version 2. These are the colors that they have available right there. That's the swappable magnetic joint, and that's the actual playing of it. Now, what I do have here is I do have my original Switch Pro controller with the offset analogs. So I have that. So me personally, I like using that. But if I needed to get a Pro controller, the Switch 2, because that's the Switch 1, I might look into this. So if anybody that's in the market looking after this or looking for this or needed a controller to actually play at a greater way, this might be your avenue to do so. Nintendo Wire talks about how that Donkey Kong Bananza, the game that is dropping tomorrow for the Nintendo Switch 2, was started off as a Switch game and it switched over to the Switch 2. Again, I understood exactly what that game was going to be initially, and to have the greater RAM capacities, the greater fidelity, the greater GPU performance in this game and this software will give you a better experience. And I'm glad that they actually went from this, because if you could look at the graphical assessment here, look at it above. The graphic assessment from the development from the Nintendo Switch system compared to switching over to the Switch 2 was completely an incredible overhaul. The game looked absolutely different from night and day, and the destructibility in the world, I'm pretty sure, has actually changed drastically compared to what they're out. Now, some people are getting their Donkey Kong Bananza Switch 2 copies. I do happen to know somebody who happens to have one right now, and I'm pretty much hating on him because mine is digital and being downloaded as we speak. But again, this is the reason why I brought my Switch, and I pretty hope that everybody that's been waiting for this game do have their Switch and they are ready to do it. Let me know if this is one of the games that you were anticipating like myself. Definitely 100% you're going to get this content tomorrow based off of this. Now, I gotta laugh at all those people that did get the Switch 2, Donkey Kong Bananza for Switch 2 early. They got the cartridge early. I gotta give a shout out to you guys for getting it. Boom, you played yourself, right? Because right now, Donkey Kong Bananza version 1.1.0 update is now live. Here are the patch notes. They released it a day early. You know, they have it, and they have the patch notes for some people. So when they download their game, they could be ready for it. You can now select Game Share with people nearby and Game Share Viva Chat from the Play with 2 people option in a pause menu, and several issues that have been fixed to improve the gameplay experience. So I'm happy for a lot of you guys that actually got the game and actually thought that y'all was doing something. Your performance was off, B. Stop trying to be ahead of the game. Nintendo got you. They locking you in on day 1 drops. I get it. Now, I know it sucks, and I know it sucks to hear that these guys worked on their ultimate demise when it comes to replacing people. AI, it's going to do a lot of damage in the tech industry. The tech industry is going to be feeling the reverberations upon gaining the software AI algorithm achievements, if you will. They're going to feel this. This is going to be the instrument of their own demise. And everybody keeps thinking of Terminator. Man, y'all guys think too small, man. Yeah, ultimately, if you think that they will make robots and will rise up and take up and kill and all this other stuff, if that's what you believe, what my conversations to you are about, it starts off with disenfranchising you, removing you, taking you away from your livelihoods and replacing it with AI that doesn't need to have your concerns. And in that displacement, a lot of things transfers from that. All right. A lot of things happen. Crime happens, poverty happens, and a whole bunch of assessments happen that we probably weren't ready for. So we're going to have to start looking at other aspects of how to do things. And being that it's going to hit large sectors very quickly, it's strange to us because we haven't been faced with something like this. And when you tell me, oh, the Industrial Revolution and the steamboat replaced by the electric this and the car replacing the horse, this is not that. This is not even close to that. And it's going to be devastation based off of this, because it's going to do harmful things. With Microsoft gaining 500 million, a company that I told you that is looking forward to being a $5 trillion company, if they can gain in that section 500 million. All right, so let's close on another section. Gain another 500 million. That's 1 billion. We good. Let's keep going. You understand how it goes? It goes from very something small to get to larger and to gain ultimately. So again, I don't look at this as something isolated. I don't look at it as something that will change. I don't look at it as something that is small. I look at it as a huge problem. And I don't hear other podcasters talking about it. Maybe they don't want to do the research in it because there's no benefit in console warring with this aspect. And that's cool. Use your platform to do what you're going to do. I'm just going to keep doing this platform this way because I don't know the answer, but I do know that not saying anything doesn't help anything, right? And if somebody does have a solution, I'm all for hearing it, because I'm not hearing it. I'm just hearing the problem and I'm seeing the problem, but I'm not hearing any solutions. And I don't know if we do have solutions to it. But on a lighter note, Cyberpunk 2077, with Edge Runners coming up and Cyberpunk actually getting and hitting full stride now, with the price point being where it is now, are you interested in jumping in Cyberpunk 2077 now? Is it something that you're looking forward to? Have you jumped in? Did you decide to go back? Or the quality of life things that they're offering you right now, does it make it worth your while? It actually seems to be making it worth my while, because I did start it, never went back to it. And I do need to go back to it because we were supposed to have done a review on it. And being that it reviewed poorly, our review never came out of it. So I don't know, man. Now, everybody knows I decided to get a Nintendo Switch 2. And as much as I'm against a lot of their practices that go on over at Nintendo and what they're doing to their actual consumer, i.e. me, I waited for Donkey Kong. I thought that was the sole reason to have the console. I thought Donkey Kong is the main reason for purchasing, and they understood exactly what they were doing. Put out Mario Kart, let that sell, let that do what it's gonna do, and get this Donkey Kong and just fire it back up. I'm a huge Donkey Kong fan. Listen, I don't know what it is with me and these monkey games and stuff like that. I like these games. These games are fun. It's super intriguing, but I've been a fan of Donkey Kong damn near my whole life. I used to play Donkey Kong in the arcade. I played all the Donkey Kong games, Diddy Kong Racing, all of these games, Donkey Kong Country, everything. I've been a fan. Arctic Free, everything Donkey Kong. I even had the bongos and played it with my bongos, bro. So again, I am super amped for Donkey Kong. Y'all gonna catch it tomorrow, me playing on Frontline Gaming streams, Donkey Kong, and streaming it and having as much fun as possible, being a gamer, having so much fun, enjoying what this ecosystem has to give to me, because I'm gonna tell you, if you can't be excited for this, then I don't know what is going on with you. But also at the same time, Xbox is putting Rogue City, RoboCop inside Game Pass. So you get a chance to get that tomorrow. Everybody plays, we all win. So Nintendo Switch guys got something. I don't know what the hell is happening over with PlayStation. They ain't got a damn thing, but Game Pass is rocking and shocking, and we're going to be doing the damn thing. So everybody that got games, we love it. You love it, I love it, and we love it together. So this is the part in the video, and I'm going to tell you to like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. And I know it's a short video today because it's not really too much news. Everything is either doom and gloom or it's a stupendous new launch into the video game ecosystem with Donkey Kong. And I'm gonna take my logo and I'm gonna throw it around RoboCop Vice Rogue City. Now I know a lot of you guys was like, I thought it was gonna be the other one, King. I thought it was gonna be this, that, and the third. what I'm gonna tell you is beggars can't be choosers. And hey, buy the DLC if you want it. You got the game for free inside Game Pass. Try to play the Game Pass.